Thanks for watching Eat Your Backyard, my YouTube channel where I share my journey and advice for transforming your backyard into a beautiful fruit jungle. Please support the channel by purchasing shirts at our merch store, or support the channel by using the links to Amazon provided in the description for this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Welcome to Eat Your Backyard, my YouTube channel where I talk about things that interest me, like edible landscaping and also subtropical, tropical, ornate foliage, like the subject of this video, the beautiful Croton. Now, I want to specifically talk about this variety of Croton, but when I say Croton, of course, I'm referring to a group of leaved shrub-like trees, kind of sort of, that really more like a shrub, that just to me add a dimension to your yard. And I've got to be very careful I don't walk into this spider web directly in front of me, because I do have an aversion to spider bites. Yeah, but anyway, so, and they've got some qualities that make them really fun. One is that you can easily propagate them from cuttings. It's not as easy as some plants, but I'd say you probably get about a low 50% rate of success in transplanting these from cuttings. This is the kind of thing that you would want to use a root hormone for. Typically I wouldn't do that. Most of the things I grow from cuttings, I just jam it in the dirt. But there are things that you definitely need root hormone for, and this is one of them in my opinion. How do I know? Well, I don't really know, other than I can say from my experience, I grew this one from a cutting where over 20 years ago, from a friend of mine who had this variety, which I thought was so cool. It's a lot like varieties that are common, that you can get in chain stores. But this one was noteworthy in a lot of ways. As you can see, the leaves are really big and flat. Not all Crotons have flat leaves. I have some other videos where I talk about the qualities of Crotons. This shares some similarities with other Crotons that have curled leaves, the color pattern, but it's unique in other ways. But as you can see, the color is just beautiful, and it does well in low light conditions. So this is a low light condition. It's under a mostly shady area. I've got a large Barbados cherry tree over top, which cuts out most of the color. Also, I've grown some absolutely gigantic Dracaena here, tree formed. Some are tree formed, like this one that have the exposed trunk, and some are still in shrub form, but are that way intentionally as more of like a barrier, privacy barrier. But the Croton is a great one, and like I said, easy to grow, really colorful, does well in low light conditions typically, but really can do well in either. And if you live near a place like Miami, Florida, the amount of varieties of Croton are mind-boggling, astounding. The variety of it. You can get lost in any area of Miami just looking around at the beautiful Crotons. So, especially the older neighborhoods. And you might even be lucky enough to see somebody out and ask them if you can take a cutting. Maybe they will let you, or maybe not. But that's how I got this one. It was a friend of mine. I said, "Hey, can I take a cutting?" He said, "Yeah, absolutely." And now, if his has died or something in a freeze, he could come over and take a cutting from mine. So, yeah, I kind of like that community deal with growing plants. It's fun to pass around the genetics, so to speak, of this stuff and paint with it in your yard. You are the Bob Ross of your backyard. Remember it. Remember it. The Croton is a beautiful, beautiful plant. You should all have one. if you can. Of course, they are not able to be grown in anywhere that freezes, so they're tropical. But if you are able to have them in a tropical situation, you want to get them in the ground ASAP. I just go get a garden variety, one from any old department store at the end of the street, so to speak, and plant it. Just start with one, water it, sunshine, see what happens, and then grow from there. But get one somewhere, somehow. Thanks for watching Eat Your Backyard. If you like this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And go ahead and subscribe. We are over 23,000 strong now and growing. So I appreciate it. Hope you have a great